NBA Finals, and
Let's
you
go.
are correct. Last
Let's go.
night, the Boston Celtics shellacked the Dallas Mavericks, clinching their 18th NBA championship with a 106-88 victory and a, unfortunate for us, gentleman's sweep over the Dallas Mavericks. The NBA Finals MVP was Jaylen Brown, who scored, there we go, who scored 21 points and 8 rebounds and 6 assists in the final game. Um, I would say that he won this award because of his outstanding defensive performance against Luka Doncic, as well as the fact that he averaged about 21 points in the series and was pretty much an explosive player the entire time that the Mavericks had no answer for. So, Jimmy, let's start with Jaylen and the Finals MVP. And now the question is also about Jason Tatum. Now, Jason Tatum is not the Finals MVP. So, Jimmy, did they get it right? Was Jaylen Brown the best player in the world, or should have Jason Tatum got the award?
We had this discussion a couple of weeks ago, leading up to this week. In the past couple of weeks, I told you who the best player is on that Boston Celtics team, and it showed when it mattered most. Jaylen Brown is the best player on that team. Now, don't get me wrong, Jason Tatum is a great player. He's he's a generational player. Obviously, we've seen his track record. We've seen what he's done to get to this point. He's one of the youngest to win. Um, and the thing about is when I look at basketball, particularly, I look at both sides. I'm not saying Jaylen or Jason is not a great defender. I'm saying that Jalen's defense kind of outshone, or at least it elevated his task for the MVP. Like that's something that a lot of people discount. Everybody looks at the numbers, they look at the offensive, kind of output, but defensively, if you could change the game and if you can contribute by slowing a guy down, grabbing defensive rebounds, doing the things that win championships, then you deserve an extra vote if you play on both sides of the ball, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, Jimmy, I just think that when I watched the finals as a fan, I'm with the original Fab One, and I'm just the fan here. When I watched the finals, I thought that Jason Tatum was pedestrian. And then I'd look at the stats at the end of the game and go, where did he get 24 points? Like, I don't think I
Right.
saw him score once, right? And
Exactly.
so it was very clear to me that Jaylen Brown and even
Hmm.
Drew Holiday was really good in this series. But Jaylen Brown was just the best player for the Celtics. I'm not going to say he was the best player on the floor because I think that guy was on the other team, but he was definitely the best player on the Celtics, and he was deserving of the Finals MVP for how he played in the series, and I think they got that right, which seems like you agree. So
I
go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, I no, I agree with you, but I also think that when you say best player on the court, obviously being Luca, but that's offensive. Luca was a liability. Although he stepped up the past two games defensively and showed that he can play some good defense, but you know the overall, if you're just talking about uh, the most impact, Jaylen Brown had the most impact offensively and defensively, and that's why he deserved the MVP.